He can go right up to the ramp, push up through a nice little smoke he uses, and it's really hard to contain him. But here we go then. VP starting out on the T side of D train and having a quick look at their buy. Quite a utility heavy based buy here, 3 sets of armor, and they've got a Molotov, 2 smoke grenades, and it looks like most of the teams heading towards the inside area may choose to get on Pop Dog here, but it looks like a full-on inside pusher.
Very quick, but they're going to meet a bit of a stack. There's 3 players down at the bottom of the ramp, as well as one who's just dropped down in the form of Zeus that was waiting at the corner toward upper. So NaVi are losing the battle so far, but still preventing the full entry and the bomb plant from happening and pulling it back to a 2-on-2 before that does. But Pasha's gotten inside this smoke. Does Guardian know he's here? That's the better question, because if Guardian can't find him and does, it could have been big problems. That bomb still not planted though, and now Bialy has a world ahead of him that he has to conquer, and the world is far too great. NaVi come out with this one.
I was expecting something a little bit more methodical there, considering the buy they had.
I knew you were going to call. Oh, I thought you meant for my analogy that I tried to get with. I thought you were going to call me out.
I think they would have gone for something unless that push happened from the CTs. I think that's what triggered them to just run down when
we've been caught here. Let's just get in and see what happens. So they got a. Did they get the bomb down in that situation? I don't think they did. Right. So no bomb for them. So pretty disappointing considering how deep they got onto the bomb site there. But the stack from the CTs locked them down. I think it's an area of the map and train, especially where a lot of teams go towards on their pistol rounds. Pretty predictable these days, but obviously you can never really counter it as not viable because it's just such a strong area to go with 5 terrorists. But there we go. Then no bomb going down means VP potentially not buying anything at all here. We can see the CTs opting for 4 rifles so far. Flamey still deciding what he's going to buy. But this is a nice, good start from NaVi here. Not giving a bomb away, at least gives us a bit of comfort this round. We see some smokes coming in. I'd assume there's going to be an outside smoke, wall of smokes here for VP. Getting a bomb down, and the outcome of the round will be pretty clean cut.
This is interesting. They've gone 5 rifles, though, with no bomb plant from Virtus Pro, so it's not like they're expecting a 3rd round buy, and yet they're already upgrading ahead of time.
This is just classic CS. Like, this is the way you probably should be playing it, especially on a map like Train, right? It's very long range. It keeps you, means you're safe on almost all areas of the maps. You're not going to be going against 5Ts, very close range. So let's see how VP approaches this one. Like I said, I assume it's going to be the wall of smokes outside, bomb going down. It's very difficult to stop that plant sometimes, but that's all the objective will be going into this one. But let's see how it goes down. They have actually got to armor as well, so they are going a little bit more all in on this.
Edward up on top of Ticket Booth. It's very hard to smoke that position. You have to land it on the edge of the nuclear warhead on top of the bomb train to just clip the side, and not enough that time. But look at the pistols coming back in right now as Taz picks up 2. Neo, he's found another, and Neo picking up the M4. That's an answer. And thank you very much for all the rifles, not the SMGs.
Okay, so we were saying, like, keeping on train, that's a really good buy. Have the rifles, keep it long range. But I guess once all those smokes went down and the terrorists started surprising them in one-on-one situations through the smoke, the running and shooting capability to shut them down there.
It felt like it was Taz's intuition that really won that round, because he got 2 picks on CT Link, and that really devastated NaVi.
And here we go, that back and forth economy game. Got to be starting here as NaVi comes straight back with force by themselves. Zeus going to be picking up the scout there. And the T's looking like they were going to go for a bit more aggression, but Snacks does take down Zeus to open things up.
Heavy nade stack as well down toward the alley. That's where Flamey was, but he escapes to check aggressively, get information, and when he tries to re-enter in, is he going to find anyone? They're staring him down. And Bialy not yet able to find him, but Pasha is going to push forward and pursue the kill successfully. Bomb now down. It's left to just Seized, who's lurking way over at the wings of B, hoping potentially that someone will come search for him. Does have armor and a 5.7 that he'll want to save. But if he could find one headshot, catch someone off guard, and pick up a rifle, it would be nice as well.
So the CT's going to this next round about $1,900 each. All of a sudden, after winning that pistol, they find themselves in a very dire situation.
That's the risk of doing this buy after losing that 2nd round, is the fact that when you lose this round, you're going into the 4th round with basically...
They'll have no AWP on the
Exactly.
Right?
They will have very limited nades. And yeah, basically they're doing a lot of compromises. That's really hard on this map when you're defending.
Especially against a team like Virtus Pro, who are going to be very aggressive in the outside area. When they know they've got you against the ropes in this sort of economic battle, they'll just be going outside fast. They know that you don't have the AWP to shut them down, for example. So I find NaVi doing this a lot more often. I don't think that was justified force by that. At least they should have kept Guardian's money in a good situation. It looks like, again, we're seeing something pretty fast from the T's as they go straight out of main. And let's see how they execute as well. The CT's ready with more of a stack outside this time.
NaVi have dug themselves a bit of a hole. Still have to work with pistols in this round, but the shovels will come back out in the next. As that was swift. Virtus Pro up 3. And remember, this league is quick. The groups happen fast. Loser of this down to the lower bracket. It's double elimination, so I know it's early yet, but NaVi not the start they would have wanted at all.
No ops, 3 smokes only, no Molotovs.
No kits.
Yep, so they're really playing with a lot of limited equipment here.
We'll see how they set up their default. Edward's going to head towards Z Connector. 2 playing inside so far. It's Guardian and Seized. Actually, Guardian just throwing out that smoke. He'll now fall back to A, so a bit of support play for Seized. 2 in the alley, Flamey and Zeus. They want to check it, but in doing that, they've given up hell, so Snacks has arrived on the scene. There's no one to check the main entry. As they anticipate perhaps what we suggested, that VP would put a lot of pressure on Ivy. So far, that hasn't come. Good response kills, though. Bomb might be down, but NaVi's finding all the frags. It's now left to just Snacks, who opened things up with that initial kill, as Pasha's dropped down to Guardian, and Snacks is far away. He does still have the angle to peek out of the bomb, or does he? He's going to have to actually walk out a little bit further than that. A few more steps, managing to secure one. Flashed up, has a chance, but he misses the shot.
That was the kill he needed to make. Like we said, the CT didn't have any kits. They knew they needed to act faster. Had he got that kill, it would have been game over. So that was obviously one of the biggest frags they could have made. A forced buy from NaVi there, coming to fruition for them. So it gets them back in the game, and that was a big risk for them, like we said. But they are back now, and they should be able to stabilize things, getting this next round on the board.
Yeah, it was a weird round. It felt like Virtus Pro really had that, especially when Snacks got all the way to CT quad there and got the entry towards Ivy. But all of a sudden, NaVi just came all over the place and destroyed Virtus Pro.
Tank meme, bro. As Edward is going to walk over top of bomb train. Snacks just peeking down that ladder, wanting to see if anyone's going to be pushed up. Taz checking the smoke, so no chances being taken right now from VP. Taz still has 4,700, but everyone else getting a little bit more fragile. Now they're going to put this Ivy pressure on. It is Zeus that waits in the corner and catches them off guard. Pasha can't find the first kill. Where's the refrag? Bialy not close enough, so it goes double to Zeus, all for free. He loses 0 HP in the process. And Bialy could have done a little bit more potentially to disallow that. But now VP, they've got to do it the hard way. Coming in from ladder. Nice op shot from Neo. Using the gun that he's now the primary holder of in full effect. They've still got Snacks lurking out, though, from Ivy. This has actually come in late because Zeus is going to think that he's already won that duel, so he's not even putting pressure onto it. The problem is that Edward was staring there to get that refrag, drop the bomb in the open, and Neo, what a reaction shot. Edward dropping down, not aware that he's close up, and Neo again over top of the train. He's brought it down to a one-on-one. An unbelievable round so far, 3 kills, and he has picked up the bomb. Seized, now has to play his hand, and Neo's going to try and run, hugs the wall very tightly into Z Connector. He'll make it to inside, and Seized just barely missing the opportunity to spot him. Goes for the fastest plant possible as well.
And a great plan as well.
And back to the AK so we can win this out 1 versus 1. Look for any trigger of information he can possibly find as Seized. Checking every individual alley, knowing he's hiding somewhere and spotting him out.
Oh, that's
what a great effort from Neo, but it does get thwarted in the end.
Yeah, really sick orbing from him there. Those 3 kills he got to open that round back up for them was incredible. Very clever play as well, getting to the inside bomb site. Spotted the last player there, Seized as he went back to the inside site. Everything was set up for him to take that round, but unfortunately not able to convert it. And it was a very good round for them, still breaking down the CT economy a little bit more. And they still have a buy here, getting the bomb down once again. Near with the AWP, but this time Guardian for the first time brings an AWP to the party as well. So he hasn't got any armor. He's doing full-on glass cannon here. They really are forcing this one into the game, but let's see how this goes down. It's going to be a big round for both teams down.
Flash over from Neo. Just make sure alley is going to be cleared off, and Guardian's above, though, because that smoke won't be able to hold him off, and that's allowed him to use the op. He finds Snacks. We've seen him lurk forward in that position already, and NaVi responding swiftly. So never mind the hole they dug early. They've managed to claw their way back above it, and now they take back the lead, despite getting ecoed early on.
And the important thing here is they didn't lose a single man on that round, so that's going to be really healthy going further with their economy.
Especially if they lost that one, that would have been very difficult for them. It stabilizes it. That's the headline here. Look at VP. They need to decide what they're going to do with this round. We have seen them force buy in these previous ones. Tech 9s, Armors, Smokes. This time they're actually going to be a little bit more cautious. They have got one smoke grenade on Snacks. Normally that would suggest you smoke down lower ramp and try to get the bomb down again, but the bomb is actually going towards Ivy. So maybe an A split here from Pop Dog. That would probably be the most likely outcome considering the setup so far.
Yeah, I think they would have had the money to buy smokes and do another wall of smokes on the yard as well. Try call for the plant.
There we go then. Zeus and Flamey taking down two of the VP players. Edward does go down to the hands of Neo though.
If Neo can stay, okay, if he could have stayed alive a little bit longer, yeah, now Taz gone too. There was a chance that Bialy could have come in and done some significant damage as everyone was staring in the opposite direction. Instead, it's only one single kill. So they'll force a rebuy from 2, but they themselves have to buy back into this, and fragile indeed. They don't even go for the op. Snacks had the money to drop it if you wanted to.
Well, I'd assume we're going to see them do much more fast, aggressive play out main. That's their go-to play. They're so good at it. It's so strong. The slower play hasn't really worked out too well for them. It seems like they're giving Guardian opportunities to get refrags there, but here we go then, going into round number 9. It's currently 5-3 in favor of NaVi. They have bounced back.
Watch the push. Guardian and Flamey, we saw them do this when they weren't putting pressure on Ivy, and Guardians found the first kill. Now they'll let Flamey go out with the rifle because they'll be expecting a repeak, but it may not be the M4 they're waiting. And it is going to be Bialy spotting Flamey in behind the dumpster, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. You could argue that they should have fallen off a little bit sooner.
Definitely could argue that.
Now Neo, meanwhile, though, he's tried to find a way into B. Seized and Edward have recovered the round for NaVi. And things are falling apart. Virtus Pro not able to get these rounds going once the guns came back out for NaVi. Not a bad situation if Snacks can find another kill to at least bring it back to a 3 versus 2. Zeus so quietly going in behind, spotting the rifle. And Zeus coming up. It's going to be simple as that.
Yeah, so we had the aggressive all play into Ivy there. I think that was a really nice time to bring it out. It's like you could probably guess the VP were trying to adapt, trying to bring something else to their approach, but we saw the initial kill coming from Guardian. There was the reaction there as well, which brought it to a 4-on-4. Like we said, it's probably a questionable reface there. Once you get the first kill, it's normally advised the CT team just to fall back, and you know you've locked down the aggressive push from VP there. But now, look at this buy. Mac 10, P250, AKs, and a Galil. Not my go-to strategy, but let's see what they can do with this.
Flamey, though, does find number 1. It's Pasha, that's his victim. Fire now as well on A main. That's on the left side, so Flamey peeks right. And guess what? That's where Bialy was. And Flamey's doing it all. That flash perfectly timed, though. That allows Taz to slip out, but he hears him, so Taz is going to get shot in the back. Flamey knows he's still got company from main. Flamey's doing it all. Great awareness from him in the entire round. Snacks did get 1, but 1 is not nearly enough in the situation.
It's getting very scary for Virtus Pro at this point, considering NaVi's economy. It just keeps building up and building up, which is, you know, this could have been a totally different half had Neo clutched that one round where he just went bananas.
It's one thing to note as well, NaVi have won 6 rounds in a row now, so that's why VP can justify buys like that in a way, but going into this one, it kind of really feels like they shouldn't have done it. They'd had enough to go into this one with full AKs, but they have actually opted for PT-50s, some small pieces of armor. They have got 4 smokes though, so maybe we'll be trying the wall of smokes once again, but actually it looks like they'll be favoring the inside side this time. What are they going to do with 4 smokes on the inside side? That is yet to be seen.
Well, they'll definitely look to toss through that skylight, cover off the alley at the very least. And Seized and Guardian are in there waiting. And Guardian is spotting toward that skylight to see if there's going to be any activity. The flash comes through after the smoke's deployed up, or he still legs Snacks inside that smoke with just a reaction shot. Impressive stuff from Guardian as bomb will get planted. That's the goal for VP, but can they do more? That's the question. Neo, he's already proving that potentially they can, and so is Bialy, but the response is swift. NaVi picking up 3 much quicker than the 2 came against them, but they haven't found Bialy yet, and he's definitely still a problem. Now they've spotted him, but can they kill him? Better question still, and eventually, although it took a good number of ammunition, they do. 8-3, NaVi have definitely pulled back and now fully in the lead.
That was definitely a Virtus Pro will think of that as a success. Getting 3 kills, getting the bomb down with a small investment. Now they have the means to buy basically whatever they want to run whatever they want to.
It wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to try that with the guns, to be honest. If they're doing that, they're having such a successful time pushing down in that inside side, not really having any confrontation until the bomb went down. That's a great situation for them. And now we can see this is similar to what Kingwood did earlier, the double AWP setup on T side of Train. Just going to be slowing things right down, I guess. And as we can see this aggressive play once again coming in from the CTs, boosting up in the side alley area, but T's going to be coming on to them as fast as they can.
Bialy trading on a Flamey, but they lost Pasha in the process, who is not holding one of those two ops. And Bialy's still trying to do battle at this Ivy positioning, but I have to say that NaVi's done a great job of shutting this down. We talked about how VP were going to try and utilize it. They haven't even been able to so far, and there you go. Seized again, going for that quick peek. Will take down Bialy. Low HP. In the cover of the boxes, manages to cross. And thankfully so, because the second shot that Snacks put out very nearly took his teammate down, so it keeps them both alive and the situation stable. But that may be about to change as damage comes away on both sides. Snacks getting the better of it by taking down Zeus. Snacks now onto Seized. This allows Taz to run forward, go for the plant, but he still needs to be weary of the fact... Okay, never mind. I was going to say that Edward had a position to backstab his teammates, but it seems as though Snacks, or at least looked as though Snacks was going to find him, but in the end, Neo has to bail them out and does.
Why was the T's just completely complacent and not actually looking towards Pop Dog whatsoever? Like, they had no idea he may come from that one position. That was very close. That round could have gone either way. Neo, the last man remaining, managing to get that pretty impressive shot, to be honest, at the last one. How do you miss that? That's a 3-on-1 situation lost, but the double AWP setup does prevail for them. They get themselves the first round on the board in about 6 rounds, I think. And they're looking a little bit stronger now with this new approach they've had to the game. But there we go, Snacks looking into main, seeing what he can find. Will get chucked out of there with the Molotov, and now Taz making his way to the inside bomb site, spraying through the smoke, and no real damage done as of yet.
Sees, though, still on top of that railing, can see above the smoke. Smart play, gets the kill, falls back, no need to overextend, and now Flamey's going to do the same on Pasha. No entry at that Ivy. They've got to find another way into these bomb sites because it's just not working out at all. And what is the answer to that? Neo, good reaction shot, but look at the HP right now for VP. What is the answer to that? If they're going to shut down the go-to play for VP, what is the alternative?
Full-out rush.
Why not? Just bring it out.
Yeah.
Well, here we go then. Now a 4-on-3 situation. Look at the HP of VP. Very difficult round for them, but if Neo keeps that up, maybe they have got a shot here. Flamey shuts him down though. We have 2 players. Looking, the bomb's actually going to go towards the inside bomb site again.
Bialy's creeping, using his smoke. Cover off Z, and interestingly enough, they've sold, with timing alone, 2 players over toward that B site. Now it's going to be Zeus to come back in. Bialy does find him. Initially had his back turned, but just in the nick of time will take down Zeus. So 42 versus 48 on Snacks versus Guardian. But then it's 4 versus 9 on Bialy versus Flamey, and Flamey's found Snacks. So things get a little bit harder. Bialy has the advantage of playing the bomb, but man, oh man, his HP is so low. They haven't found him. I thought Flamey might at hell, and that allows Bialy to just hold the angle. Now with the bomb ticking as fast as it is, this surely has to be VP's round, but he overcommits on it either way. Time is gone. Everyone's going to die. They're all dead.
So that was a pretty convincing inside fake, to be fair. Neo going down that lower ramp, getting that initial kill, then a smoke being chucked down by the remaining Ts. Actually peeled all the CTs to the inside bomb site, got themselves to outside of that situation, and considering they had such low HP, you thought the retake would actually favour NaVi there, but amazing clutch play there, especially from Bialy as well. Got such low HP and managing to draw it out to the bomb to be too far gone for the CTs. It's a big round for them to win. You can see how that's affected the CT economy as well. Famas's, Max 7's, P250s, all of a sudden, they're on the back foot, and that actually puts VP in a very strong position going into this round.
He's playing close. May catch Neo if he overextends, and does exactly the case. But is it going to be enough? No, Seized is able to pick up 3. There's no response until the 4th man in. Bialy takes him down, and luckily they picked up 1 kill before that onto Zeus, which now makes the round still slightly possible, as the bomb did get planted, and Bialy and Snacks are going on a tear right now. The last person they have to rip apart is the Guardian himself. But the only thing he's got left to protect, well, that doesn't work out for Bialy. His dignity here for NaVi. If Snax can just find him, spot him, play this bomb correctly, there's still a chance for VP. And in fact, Guardians not going to bother with the one-on-one. They've still got the lead in the match. There's no need to give away the guns going into round number 15. So it will be VP with another.
That's C3, man. I thought that would have secured the round for them, but apparently that's not even enough now to win you rounds. VP answering back. Some great entry frags onto the bomb site once they finally got in there. Guardian being the last remaining man. Had he had a kit, it may have been a viable option for him to go for that one, but I think the option to save the AK going into the last round, considering their money situation right now, is probably the correct call from him. Yeah,
and again, proof of how small things have a huge impact on things. We could have easily seen an 11-4 scoreline for NaVi if that 13 round would have gone as it did. So instead, we were probably looking at a 8-7 scoreline here.
Well, then we go into the last round of the half. Round 15 is currently 8-6 in favor of NaVi. Opening damage being exchanged there, but Taz actually taking down C's. He's been one of the bigger players with NaVi as well.
Fire in the corner. Won't reach Pasha. So he could sit tight with his lovely little MAC-10. Back and forth round. It started off with a pistol going to NaVi. Ecoed immediately. Looked like their economy was going to be in shambles, but have managed to get it under control. It's now VP that are fighting back late. And they've got the advantage in this one, looking to bring it to 8-7, which is definitely a very reasonable scoreline on train. They'll swap it over and hope to get it done on defense, but we're not done just yet. Zeus wants to try and use this. Shotgun fires from such a far range. It takes 3 shots, but eventually gets there. The problem is that so much time had been spent shooting that target that Neo's got a country mile or a New York minute to respond. And then Pasha's going to take down Edward, 8-7. And we'll take a peek just quickly before we get into the analysis of that half at the head-to-head, the featured matchup, pretty even, but in kills alone, Neo leads the way.
Yeah, he was much stronger at that half. I think he was getting some really impressive shots as well. That clutch, the 4-on-1 situation, I can't believe he didn't win that one after such smart play from himself. But 7 rounds on the board after the start they actually, I think, were down 7-2 at one stage.
Yeah, they lost the pistol, they won the second round, then they won the third and the fourth, and on the fifth onwards, they lost 6 in a row, I believe.
Right. It's 7 in a row, actually.
Yeah, so that looked really bad. And then came along, I think that's when, was it that the round when they did the fake?
That was a 4-on-2 clutch situation. They faked inside, went back to inside, and Bialy won the 1-on-2 situation. But here we go then. Pistol, normally a very fast pace on the train. We can see that's going to be the case here as NaVi made their way to the inside bomb site.
It's not as aggressive as what we saw from NaVi to hold that inner site, but they've got Snax and Neo here, so there's still 3 players for VP. But they've slowed it massively from NaVi. Creeping down, now they'll show themselves. And in they flood, but Taz is in the corner. He's not spotted, and there's no one going upper, so he'll have time to dart and dodge around there. And even though he only gets 1, it allows Snax from exactly the position we watch. His bird's eye perspective. Flamey the last to drop. It's Guardian that's left. Good shot by him to get back into it. Still not over, but Pasha says it is.
So Snax gets those 2 huge kills there, and it looked like he actually wanted to throw the round away. Instead of just forcing the D to plan there, actually, well, oh, do you want a free kill? And I'll just walk down into a situation you have the advantage, right?
We have to appreciate Taz's role there. Even though he only got 1 kill, he was able to waste so much time from NaVi to help his teammates and give them the time to rotate in and make it impossible for NaVi to even have a chance in that round.
Yeah, great retake from CT's there. Snax picking up 2 really big headshots there on the retake. But look at this buy from NaVi. 5 smokes. Going to be a very similar situation, I feel. The wall of smokes coming in, bomb going down, but be very telegraphed. You can see there's a complete different opposite approach here. Full SMG for the CT side this time.
Pasha using that P90 spray away. He knows they're in the smoke. Okay, Edward walking out at the wrong time, and still bullets left over. Why not? Snax now, he'll get in there with his MP9. Taz, give him another P90. It's unbelievable. It may only be $300 for that particular SMG, but when you get 4 kills with it, it still adds up pretty quick.
It's when I watch these rounds, I just think to myself, am I watching CS or Call of Duty?
Wow.
I think I've made that. Oh, I think I've made that analogy a few times. It's getting kind of ridiculous at times. It's more the jump mechanic with the SMGs that bugs me.
Well, again, I don't think the bomb went down either times in that situation. Now they're actually doing a surprise force buy here. This could be Galil's, UMPs, and this could be good. They know the CTs had full SMG buys, so this is actually a pretty strong reaction and could favour the team.
Duel lost, not to be salvaged, but the HP gets low, very low from Virtus Pro, as it's left to Flamey and Guardian, who together have more than Taz and Bialy, significantly more, and that's enough for Guardian and Flamey each to pick up those 2 players. In fact, take that back, it's the high HP player, Snacks, that goes down, so it's left to Taz with 30 HP, and his lovely little toy. It's a P90. But has he done his P90X? Is he up to the task? Is he in shape to take down 2? As he lurks ever so close into the danger zone. Spots 1, trigger discipline, knows he's there. Now he's got the 2nd if he could have lined them up. Doesn't have that much penetration. It might have worked out, but it doesn't.
Well, the CTs definitely have enough money to respond to this. They can get the rifles out. As I was saying, they showed themselves to have 5 SMGs going into that 2nd round. NaVi responded pretty well, to be honest, getting the Galils out in that situation, keeping it long range, gave them the advantage of the round they desperately needed. But this one's going to be even harder to win. The CTs respond with 5 rifles, but they don't have head armor as well. So the P90 and the Tech 9, they're going to be lethal against them. But it seems like NaVi may just be going straight inside, no nonsense, getting in there and seeing what they can do with it.
Neo watching Pop Dog as he's already checked over toward main. Smokes in on that lower alley. What a shot, though, from Guardian. And they do check the corner this time because they know Taz has been there before. And much to their delight, he is again. They lose 1 player in the process, but getting that trade allows the bomb to go down. Bigger problems, those Snacks on the flank. 6 HP, flashes himself in, makes it work. Beautiful plays. Needs to watch now that he doesn't get completely countered out as Zeus tries to come back down the ramp, but it's Bialy who's there to find both. A little bit too tunnel-focused on top of that bomb site, and Bialy gets 2 for free.
That's a huge round. That could have tipped the scale in Navi's favor so much had they won this. Big plays from the player who flanked and Bialy there.
Yeah, like you said, it's an absolutely huge round in the context of the economy. I mean, I assume NaVi will keep buying into this to try and grind down the CT money here. Yeah, here it comes again, getting the bomb down. They can justify a force buy here that is looking to get as many kills as possible, trying to make sure the CTs are kept locked out of this as long as possible. So this is going to be a very fast-paced game, I feel like. Guardian actually being chucked onto the P250 there. They have got 3 smokes to play with, but I'd imagine you may see more of the same, to be honest. The inside site, where they're getting the bomb down, seems viable for them.
Smoke out, nade through it. Damage to Zeus and Seas. They were the only 2 down the stairs. And Taz backs away on that. Neo needs to get himself back in a position to fire because soon they're going to be on top of Taz. He's got a slightly different angle and he's able to line up not only the bomb planter but the 2nd man in. And Flamey looking for the 3rd. He's flashed up, has to go for the pistol. And he does actually land that. He takes down Seas. I thought for sure he died before. But his perish comes a little bit too late, and it's to the peril of NaVi. It's now 11 for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, difficult round to swallow for NaVi there. Another force buy not going in their favor, and that pits VP in a very strong position indeed. Because now NaVi will be on another EK. It's going to pit the scoreline potentially to 12-9 here, and it looks like the economy game, once again, is something NaVi does struggle with going into these sort of games.
Oh, yeah, and the hard part is that Virtus Pro is now able to buy Molotovs all across the map. That's going to really slow it down for NaVi, make it that much harder to make any kind of an impact on either side.
Well, here we go then. Not much to see this round, I'm afraid. 2 P250s and Glocks. No equipment whatsoever. As long as VP play this safe, don't do anything too silly like that, maybe they should be okay, but Edward opens up the fragging onto Snacks.
Good response, though, by Bialy. As soon as he realizes it's pistols, backs away, keeps it at distance, tries to use the M4 to his advantage. Problem is they've got Zeus that's still... Okay, that cancels that. We saw that Molotov. Perfect camera angle to spot it. Now they get aggressive again, though, and Edward able to pick up another close shot. Luckily, it's down to just Zeus because this damage is getting a little bit out of control.
Finally shut down there. Got a bit hairy towards there when Edward picking up 2 frags. Potentially for free as well. I think like the CT players were standing in the open, unjustified there. But here we go then. Another very big round for the game. As we see the full buy now from NaVi. No AWPs for them yet. Obviously, like we talked about, that money being a big issue for them. It's going to be a while, a couple of rounds at least, before they can justify getting those out. But Neo now, this is what we're talking about. He's so strong on this map on the CT Orb. Good for 1 or 2 frags almost every single round. So he will start having a field day here as he has no real opposition to go against in terms of snipers.
And his position is actually...
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, bottom of the ramp at Inert. Where so far Zeus is the only one playing there. Neo's actually now going to go to the ladder. Highly expect him to slowly but surely get to the corner, cover the tunnels. That'll allow Taz to potentially fall back, but instead Taz is going to get aggressive as well. So they're just going to slowly pinch NaVi in onto A. And as I mentioned that, they're going down alley, in fact, down toward Ivy. It's Pasha that's there, but Snacks is coming over. He's responded to this, and they managed to pick up both. I expected Snacks to at least be able to line up one. Edward finds Bialy, and the play they thought was so brilliant is falling apart. Neo, thinking he's alone in those tunnels, walks in with his knife out towards Zeus, and that is almost a perfect round. A lot of HP lost, but only one man down. And NaVi pick up a much-needed round.
And now those 2 kills from Edward are really getting big here.
Yeah.
Looking at the money for CTs, all of a sudden they're looking at a very dire bank. They're actually going for the buy still.
Well, they're going to be looking towards Neo to be the one to carry them through this round because he needs to find a frag pretty early on. It'll be interesting to see what position he'll go for this time. Not going to be inside. He's going to go towards main, looking for that early frag, and he will find Guardian there. No player actually able to find each other. No damage being exchanged either, but it does give information as to where the CT buy lies right now. You see the CT's actually pushed towards Ivy as well then, but Seas takes down both those players, and that's a huge play from him, and Neo trying to react.
That's insane. 2 rounds in a row that they've given up 2 members in a support position where there's easily refrag potential. And now look at the result. It's a scattered VP. Zeus is also inside B all by himself, and he's made the call. They're going to rotate. Snacks will hear this bottom ladder. Needs to be careful if he goes up too soon. He could get spotted out and taken down. He's up already, but Flamey's still coming down the hallway. Is he aware of it? Flamey's going to jump right over top of his head, and Snacks has actually turned around. We're not seeing this, but we will. Meanwhile, Taz, okay, it still goes the way of the terrorist. Taz was trying to come in from the CT side of the site. But that was an awkward exchange between Snacks and Neo, or rather, excuse me, I think it was Flamey. My memory fades.
We didn't see this, but I want to see how crazy this was. How can you get 2 frags with no response? That's how. Nice little spray there from the CTs. Not really sure what the plan was there. Maybe they had flashes in their hands. Surely you'd be facing if you had 2 players there. But here we go then. Guardian going straight out to main, seeing if they can find anyone on the CT Nico.
No on Guardian, but it's all NaVi to respond. So there you go. Break the economy. And the game is truly alive yet again. NaVi just looking to close this out. They've lost 2 members in the process, so much like what we saw from Edward just a few rounds ago, this could be beneficial moving forward as it will start to chip into the economy just a little bit. And 1,400 only on Flamey. It's not like he's going to be out of the woods even if he survives this particular round. It's going to be Edward and Seas that are only going to be the ones, rather the only ones that are wealthy.
Well, it's another round on the board for NaVi, and they're actually
find Taz. They may find Taz with this AK still.
Well, here we go. Winning this round sends them to 12-12. There's a decent comeback there as Taz does actually take down Edward. Not going to be too devastating for them. Just having a look at the CT money now. Now they can justify buy. They could get the glass cannon AWP out on Neo. I think they probably will. He's definitely one of the stronger players on this map. So let's see what buy he does go for. He's just still considering where he's going to take this one. There it is. It comes out. And we saw him go inside, outside. Hasn't really stepped up too much in his gun round so far. Seems like NaVi definitely shutting them down with the approaches they have, especially with this aggression.
And Neo goes immediately into this angle that no longer, or rather never used to exist. It now exists, looking in toward A main. From the train stop. But it is going to be Snacks that gets aggressive toward Pop Dog. So pretty standard formation. NaVi, though, again looking to put similar aggression to how VP did onto this Ivy position. But Bialy and Pasha are here, doubled up to hold it. We'll see if they can this time, because it's been 2 straight rounds where there's been pressure on it that they've lost it. Neo and Taz both on inner sight right now as well. And Neo might have a free shot here towards Zeus. If Zeus isn't careful. Meanwhile, it is Bialy finding C's, but Neo, he just desperately wants Zeus to come around that corner to check out the angle as Guardian's still holding it ramp with the AWP in case anyone were to get aggressive. That's Taz over in that position. And the A site, despite having 3 CTs in it, is completely desolated. That's not the word I was looking for.
Just desolate.
Desolate, that's it. Thank you. Void of terrorist players as they look to execute. This is traditional NaVi. This is waiting until that fast execution we talked about before the game. 20 seconds, And in they go, but the flash slows it, so their initial thought, it's going to get divided. Now there's a Molotov on the ramp. They do have one player that's gone by. It's Flamey, and it still works out. Edwards going to take down Taz, and now the retake has to be swift. Snacks is on the flank, but Zeus, he spots him. In fact, Guardian beats him to it with the op up the ramp. And problems here for Bialy. They're pushed so far away from this bomb. But all Na'Vi have to do is just buy themselves some time, if anything. And better still get these kills, because the economy, well, it's going to be another save Virtus Pro. Na'Vi might have just pulled themselves back in at the right time.
Yeah, well, 4 rounds in a row as well. It's been night and day considering the rest of the rounds they've had so far in this half. They take the lead for the first time, actually, and this is looking very strong for them, even after losing the initial pick. You'd expect the CT to capitalize on this sort of situation, but a very simple execute on the inside site. Locked them down. We saw Neo at the upper ramp there. One smoke took him out of the game. Same went for the lower ramp as well. They came in, got the first 2 frags. Bomb went down, and the retake wasn't viable. We did see Pasha save an M4 going into that round, but this is looking really strong from Navi now. And now VP had a horrible situation. They've got 1 rifle saved, and they can't really justify a force buy here. So some pistols being brought into the party, but Pasha's going to have to find a frag here. Potentially could go down the Ivy area. Again, showing some aggression there, I think. He may actually do that, but here we go. Damage being done to Guardian as we open up this round.
Flash on Taz. Flamey. Trying to get Ivy 1 while the action is on inner. And look at Pasha coming through. Manages to take down 1 from behind. It was actually Taz who got the first, although it looked like Pasha picked up both. Either way, it doesn't matter who gets the kills. The fact is they get them. And now it's left to just Seized. He has this bomb. Has a lovely AK-47 in his hands as well, which undoubtedly he'll try and use to the most lethal effect. As it's shot, it gives away position. And Bialy, undetected, sneaks behind. It's 13-13.
And it's when you least expect it to happen. It happens.
You win 4 rounds in a row against full buys, and then you come up against that. And Pasha completely locks him down. A lot of heavy exchanges there. A lot of confusion going on as well. Taz getting those great shots in the back there, doing big damage. So that's one VP definitely needed. I think losing that round could have knocked him out of the series. But Neo now having the AWP, they've stabilized everything. And now it's neck and neck as we go into round number 27. It's 13 Navi, 13 VP. Both teams on full buy.
Snacks will take Guardian off the map. Falls to a different location. And look at the pressure toward Ivy. There's 3 players near enough for Virtus Pro. They'll burn Seized alive. That makes the job a little bit easier for both Bialy and Neo. But the problem is Bialy, although the smoke is at his back, Edwards on the other side of said smoke. And Snacks, although coming back down the ladder, may not be able to spot him up. Does. And it's Edward down. Meanwhile, Flamey had already gone. Virtus Pro back into the lead. This is dead even back and forth. Advantage right now, though, Virtus Pro, because the economy's not really there. They're going to force it.
Well, they've got enough to get a decent buy out of this. They've got like full buys there, equipment coming in. But if they lose this round, obviously that's when it's going to be almost a GG moment. This is a huge round. They've committed quite a lot into this. They've got 4 AKs, a Galil there as well. Pretty decent amount of utility as well. Let's see how they approach this one. Side alley's been, or Ivy, as some people call it, has been a big area for them. And C's going to be challenging that area very early on.
Snacks pushing toward Edward. C's pushing toward Snacks. C's getting out from Ivy. They're using it better than we saw VP might, and now they're going to go all the way down to the 3rd alley, but it's canceled out by Bialy. He's down to 2 HP. Luckily, Taz will find Seized, but Guardian's still a threat. Has the bomb. Has 2 plus 2 HP to go against 3 men total, and it's not going to be enough. 15 now for Virtus Pro, and like you mentioned, it's pretty dire.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to compliment Snacks and how he plays on top of yard, in front of yard, so well. Even if he's only getting like a kill around, he's still wasting so much time, making it so uncomfortable for the T's to attack when he's there just juggling around between those 6 trains. And yeah, Na'Vi is in a world of trouble right now.
Yep, so 15-13, potentially map point here. Neo going towards the inside lower ramp again. This could be huge. You can see Terrorist players making their way in there. It's going to be the shot taken. Actually doesn't make the kill himself, but Taz does make light work of Zeus there. This could be it now. 5-on-3 situation in favor of VP. And it's just going to be 2 Deagles and a Galil left in the Navi Arsenal.
Try to to spray down with said Galil. It's not as effective as 2 M4s firing back. As VP doubles up to get that kill. Meanwhile, trades happening now. Pasha's left to take Flamey. It's all down to Guardian. And at least he makes it interesting by taking down Taz. Still a chance now that he picks up the AK. Guardian's been up to some strange things before in the past. We'll see if he can use it to similar style here. That smoke out on the lower. We'll give it up. And there's the shot on top of the ladder. Well placed by Neo, who does win the head-to-head battle. A little bit further than that. A few more steps. Managing to secure one. Flashed up. Has a chance, but he misses the shot.
That was the kill he needed to make. Like we said, the CT didn't have any kits. They knew they needed to act faster. Had he got that kill, it would have been game over. So that was obviously one of the biggest frags they could have made. A forced buy from NaVi there, coming to fruition for them. So it gets them back in the game, and that was a big risk for them, like we said. But they are back now, and they should be able to stabilize things, getting this next round on the board. Yeah,
it was a weird round. It felt like Virtus.pro really had that, especially when Snacks got all the way to CT quad there and got the entry towards Ivy. But all of a sudden, NaVi just came all over the place and destroyed Virtus.pro.
Tank meme, bro. As Edward is going to walk over top of bomb train. Snacks just peeking down that ladder, wanting to see if anyone's going to be pushed up. Taz checking the smoke, so no chances being taken right now from VP. Taz still has 4,700, but everyone else getting a little bit more fragile. Now they're going to put this Ivy pressure on. It is Zeus that waits in the corner and catches them off guard. Pasha can't find the first kill. Where's the refrag? Bialy not close enough, so it goes double to Zeus, all for free. He loses 0 HP in the process. And Bialy could have done a little bit more potentially to disallow that. But now VP, they've got to do it the hard way. Coming in from ladder. Nice op shot from Neo.
Down, and the terrorists started surprising them in one-on-one situations through the smoke. The running and shooting capability to shut them down there.
It felt like it was Taz's intuition that really won that round, because he got 2 picks on CT Link, and that really devastated NaVi.
And here we go, that back and forth economy game. Got to be starting here as NaVi comes straight back with force by themselves. Zeus going to be picking up the scout there. And the T's looking like they were going to go for a bit more aggression, but Snacks does take down Zeus to open things up.
Heavy nade stack as well down toward the alley. That's where Flamey was, but he escapes to check aggressively, get information, and when he tries to re-enter in, is he going to find anyone? They're staring him down. And Bialy not yet able to find him, but Pasha is going to push forward and pursue the kill successfully. Bomb now down. It's left to just Seized, who's lurking way over at the wings of B, hoping potentially that someone will come search for him. Does have armor and a 5.7 that he'll want to save. But if he could find one headshot, catch someone off guard, and pick up a rifle, it would be nice as well.
So the CT's going to this next round about $1,900 each. All of a sudden, after winning that pistol, they find themselves in a very dire situation.
That's the risk of doing this buy after losing that second round, is the fact that when you lose this round, you're going into the fourth round with basically
they'll have no AWP on Guardian,
exactly,
right?
They will have very limited nades, and yeah, basically they're doing a lot of compromises. That's really hard on this map when you're defending,
especially against a team like Virtus.pro, who are going to be very aggressive in the outside area when they know they've got you against the ropes in this sort of economic battle. They'll just be going outside fast. They know that you don't have the AWP to shut them down, for example. So I find NaVi doing this a lot more often. I don't think that was justified force by that. At least they should have kept Guardian's money in a good situation. It looks like, again, we're seeing something pretty fast from the T's as they go straight out of main. And let's see how they execute as well. The CT's ready with more of a stack outside this time.
So NaVi have dug themselves a bit of a hole. Still have to work with pistols in this round, but the shovels will come back out in the next. As that was swift. Virtus.pro up 3. And remember, this league is quick. The groups happen fast. Loser of this down to the lower bracket. It's double elimination. So I know it's early yet, but NaVi not the start they would have wanted at all.
No ops, 3 smokes only, no Molotovs.
No kits.
Yep, so they're really playing with a lot of limited equipment here.
We'll see how they set up their default. Edward's going to head towards Z Connector. 2 playing inside so far. It's Guardian and Seized. Actually, Guardian just throwing out that smoke. He'll now fall back to A, so a bit of support play for Seized. 2 in the alley, Flamey and Zeus. They want to check it, but in doing that, they've given up hell, so Snacks has arrived on the scene. There's no one to check the main entry. as they anticipate perhaps what we suggested, that VP would put a lot of pressure on Ivy. So far that hasn't come. Good response kills though. Bomb might be down, but NaVi's finding all the frags. It's now left to just Snacks, who opened things up with that initial kill, as Pasha's dropped down to Guardian, and Snacks is far away. He does still have the angle to peek out of the bomb, or does he? He's going to have to actually walk out.
He can go right up to the ramp, push up through a nice little smoke he uses, and it's really hard to contain him. But here we go then. VP starting out on the T side of D train and having a quick look at their buy. Quite a utility heavy based buy here, 3 sets of armor, and they've got a Molotov, 2 smoke grenades, and it looks like most of the teams heading towards the inside area may choose to get on Pop Dog here, but it looks like a full on inside pusher.
Very quick, but they're going to meet a bit of a stack. There's 3 players down at the bottom of the ramp, as well as one who's just dropped down in the form of Zeus, that was waiting at the corner toward upper. So NaVi are losing the battle so far, but still preventing the full entry and the bomb plant from happening and pulling it back to a 2-on-2 before that does. But Pasha's gotten inside this smoke. Does Guardian know he's here? That's the better question, because if Guardian can't find him and does, it could have been big problems. That bomb still not planted though, and now Bialy has a world ahead of him that he has to conquer, and the world is far too great. NaVi come out with this one.
I was expecting something a little bit more methodical there, considering the buy they
had.
I
knew you were going to call. Oh, I thought you meant for my analogy that I tried to get with. I thought you were going to call me out.
I think they would have gone for something unless that push happened from the CTs. I think that's what triggered them to just run down when
we've been caught here. Just get in and see what happens. So they got a. Did they get the bomb down in that situation? I don't think they did. Right. So no bomb for them. So pretty disappointing considering how deep they got onto the bomb site there. But the stack from the CTs locked them down. I think it's an area of the map and train especially where a lot of teams go towards on their pistol rounds. Pretty predictable these days, but obviously you can never really counter. It's not viable because it's just such a strong area to go with 5 terrorists. But there we go. Then no bomb going down means VP potentially not buying anything at all here. We can see the CTs opting for 4 rifles so far. Flamey still deciding what he's going to buy. But this is a nice, good start from NaVi here. Not giving a bomb away, at least gives them a bit of comfort this round. We see some smokes coming in. I'd assume it's going to be an outside smoke, wall of smokes here for VP, getting a bomb down, and the outcome of the round will be pretty clean cut.
This is interesting. They've gone 5 rifles, though, with no bomb plant from Virtus Pro, so it's not like they're expecting a 3rd round buy, and yet they're already upgrading ahead of time.
This is just classic CS. Like, this is the way you probably should be playing it, especially on a map like Train, right? It's very long range. It means you're safe on almost all areas of the maps. You're not going to be going against 5T, very close range. So let's see how VP approaches this one. Like I said, I assume it's going to be the wall of smokes outside. Bomb going down. It's very difficult to stop that plant sometimes, but that's all the objective will be going into this one. But let's see how it goes down. They have actually got the armor as well, so they are going a little bit more all in this.
Edward up on top of Ticket Booth. It's very hard to smoke that position. You have to land it on the edge of the nuclear warhead on top of the bomb train to just clip the side, and not enough that time. But look at the pistols coming back in right now as Taz picks up 2. Neo, he's found another, and Neo picking up the M4. That's an answer. And thank you very much for all the rifles, not the SMGs.
Okay, so we're saying, like, keeping on train, that's a really good buy. Have the rifles, keep it long range. But I guess once all those smokes went